Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today it's gonna be the first episode in a 4-part mini-series on a Pine Hill private server guide. This guide is gonna teach you everything you need to know about how to run custom operations in your private server and just how to use the equipment in general. So without further ado, let's get into episode 1, which is lift operations. Let's go. Okay, and currently, if you cannot tell, we are in the Pine Hill Spring update. Chairs are kind of going crazy because I just switched windows, but it's fine. This update brought basically just a lot of stuff. The whole lift system's completely different, even though it doesn't look visually different. Server side it's a lot different because most of the stuff is actually on client side now. All the animations are now. So first things, we're just gonna start with Pine River since it's right here at the base. We're just gonna walk in here. We're gonna turn on some lights. Wait, where's the other? Oh, it's over here. Okay. All right. So this is the lift shot. Let's just hit the stop button. Currently, there's 2 buttons you can use to stop the lift. This one, which is the emergency stop, and the stop button. I don't think shutdown works. I don't know. It might. Okay. So for Pine River, gosh, these chairs are going crazy. Anyways, so for Pine River, there is a outdoor. This at the base. There's an outdoor control panel and an indoor control panel and then on the back, there's also a back panel here as well. And there at the base, there's also this JBL. Okay, let's go back inside. First, to start up the lift, you need to hit reset, and then you're gonna ring twice for realism. And then, if you had another player in the server, and if they were at the top and you're at the bottom, you would hit acknowledge and right here, and the person would hit start up at the top. But since it is only me here, you will just hit maintenance start. And that should start up the lift. And the parking system used to work, but currently with this new system, they have not added it to the new system. The other thing you can do with the lifts, for realism, you can click on the phone, it'll go up to your ear, and in the chat you can type /phone, and it'll say no, you're now chatting on phone. Then you can say something, say hi, and it'll be like phone, and only people who are hooked up to the phone can see that. It's kind of like a staff channel thing, and then you can just type phone again to go back to the default chat. And the phone keeps your player locked in place, so I cannot move around doing this. And the chairs are kind of going wacky right now, that's always fun. So JBL working again? No, it must just be broken in this server. Weird. Okay, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, I don't know. Alright. Now let's head up to the top of Pine River to show how to start it up from the top. Alright, we are now up here at the top of Pine River, and actually let's just hit it fast. There's the fast button's also at the bottom, by the way. But this will go up to fast, and you can see the speed here. And on the panel as well. Okay, so currently, actually this is the set speed. That's the speed. Okay. We're just gonna stop the lift again. Okay, yeah, see, shut down. Okay, so shut down does not do anything. Stop and emergency stop does something though. Oh, I forgot about that little Easter egg. Alright. So we're gonna do 2 things while we're up here. One is changing the drive speed. So the drive speed can be adjusted by pressing left click and right click. Left click decreases the speed, and right click will increase the speed. You can go all the way up to 1200 feet per minute. I set it to that right now. Okay. Then, Pine River also has an aux motor. So if we come over here, and open that up, and open that up, turn on the light. And we can also open up these doors if we wanted to. If you walk on over here, this is the aux motor right here. This machine. This is the drive. That's the electric motor. This is the aux motor. To turn on the aux motor, first you're gonna want to click on this red thing and pull that. You want to come over here to this little panel. You're gonna want to turn it to run. And you're gonna hit crank. That will currently start it. You can either turn on, and to turn it off, you will just click this again, and it will stop. This, gosh, that does not do anything with the aux motor. I think it's just a normal e-stop button. That will stop the lift, pretty sure. So let's just start up again. Switch to run, crank, start up, it goes. And now the aux motor is turned on. Let's head on down here. So the aux motor is on, but it's currently not hooked up to the lift. See that we're gonna have to come over this panel here and change the drive. Currently it's switched to electric. We're gonna have to switch it to aux. Now it is an aux power. Now we can go through the standard startup process of reset, ring, and there's the start button. So you've got a friend at the bottom. They would hit acknowledge, then you would hit start up here. But we don't, so we're just gonna go to maintenance start. And that will then start up the lift. Now the lift is starting. Also, there's also ramp rakes here that you can grab, and you can rake the ramp, and there's little snow particle effects. So just like a little thing for realism there. And then we'll just switch it to fast there. Or once it gets up to speed, we'll switch it to fast. There it goes, and it'll go up to fast, and it'll go up to a total speed of 1,200 feet per minute. Okay, so that's how you operate Pine River. Let's move on to Centennial. Alright, here we are now at the Centennial Drive. Okay. This lift, let's turn on the light here. Let's just stop the lift here real quick. All lifts have phones, by the way, so you can always use those on any lift. This is the drive. This is the only station that you can start it from. Unlike on Pine River, you can start from the top or the bottom without anyone else. This is the only station on Centennial that you can actually start it by yourself. To do this, we're going to come on over here. We're going to hit reset. We're going to ring. And then, if you have no friends, at the 3 other things, yes, you're going to need 3. And this is the little thing to indicate, so you have the drive station, which is where we're at. Mid station 1, front side. Mid station 2 is the back side, and the return station, which is down at the bottom of the cliffs. You're going to want to hit this bypass safeties button. And that will start the lift. Alright, now that the lift is now started up, since this is a fixed grip lift, with this new update, there's a feature called chair bumping. Just like that. To bump a chair, you're going to want to press T on your keyboard. Let's quickly switch to fast. Chair coming up, and I'll bump it. So for this other chair to come up, and I'll bump it again. And it'll bump. So if you have skiers here, you'll want to bump it right before they reach it. So it's kind of like scoop them up. And anyway, yeah, let's go to the middle and stuff, just to look at what the controls are like over there in the mid station. So the mid station controls have reset, ring, slow, and ready, and these 2 stop buttons. Well, what the flip? The mid stations will ring. They can also slow, they cannot fast. Only the drive station can do fast. What the heck is going on? Anyways, and then this is the ready button that they would hit, and it's identical for that one as well. I don't know what is going on. I think just my Wi-Fi is low-key tweaking. And at the return... Yeah, okay, that was weird. If you come on over here to Centennial, the return station, has an outside panel with the same exact controls as in the return. So yeah, they're all 3, except for the drive, all have the same exact controls on them. And also there's also this new really cool animated cable texture that moves with the chairs, so it's really cool. And again, you can also bump chairs here. So if I'm over here and I want to bump a chair, I can just press T, so the chair's coming up, and it'll bump it. Okay, let's move on now to single. Okay, here we are now at the bottom of single. Let's just walk on in. Also, I forgot to mention, all lifts have this. It is a spool that you can open and close the lift. So basically put these barriers here. And you can find those around at all lifts. This is the bottom of single. It has an outside panel with the acknowledge button, a ring button, a slow button, medium, and reset. There is no fast button at the bottom, a single. Inside the little shack here, you basically have everything else on the outside, except you also have this bypass button. Let's just stop the lift real quick. And technically, we can start the lift at the bottom, a single, but you cannot move it to fast. So if we hit reset, ring it, bypass. But this one, unlike the other ones where when you hit bypass it immediately starts, you also have to hit acknowledge. Maybe it's... Oh, no, my bad. Okay. But this one, you have to hit reset, ring, acknowledge first, then bypass. Sorry, I got that mixed up. And then the lift will start up. But unfortunately, you cannot change it off of medium speed from down here. You can change it to slow, but this is currently medium speed. This is slow. And this is medium. Pretty slow, right? So, if you come up to the top, but if you come up to the top single, you can actually change it to fast. Let's just stop the lift here again. So if you're at the top of single, and you're all by yourself and there's no one at the bottom, this is what you can do to start it up. Hit reset, ring, and then you're going to want to come up here to the motor room. And this is where the bypass button is. You're going to want to hit bypass, and then hit start. And now that will start up the lift. There's also a little panel out here, or if you're standing outside. And then there is the fast button right here. You can hit that, and that'll make the lift go fast. Which, that's always nice. Alright, now let's move on to the final lift on Pine Hill, which is Sunrise. Okay, so we're currently down here at the bottom of Sunrise. Currently for spring, the gates are turned off and the carpet is not animated because technically there's no snow down here, so... But we can still operate it, so we're just gonna hit stop there. Quick. Alright, so open up the lift shack by clicking on the door handle. This is where you'll find the main panel. Oh gosh, that was weird, okay. As all the other ones, reset, ring, and then you're gonna want to come back here and hit the aux acknowledge. One thing, for some reason all the lifts, they all have different names for the bypass button, or whatever you want to, yeah, bypass button. But on all the lifts, they're all an orange button. So an orange button means that that is the bypass button. So you're going to want to hit that, and then you're going to want to hit start. And that will start up the lift. And then also down here at the base, there is a fast button. To note, there is not a way to start the lift from the top of Sunrise. There's only an acknowledge button, and there's also no fast button up there. You can only start Sunrise from the bottom. So we'll also just move that to fast now. And that will do that. And since this is also another fixed grip chair, you can bump the chairs. And you can also do it with single as well. It doesn't work the best on Sunrise, I've noticed. It's like a little bit weird, but like if I do that, I mean, I guess it works fine, I guess. But single can also be bumped. All the fixed grip lifts. The only lift that cannot be bumped is Pine River. Alright guys, that is it for part 1 of this Pine Hill private server guide. If you have any questions, make sure to drop them down in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer all of them. Click up here for the next episode. If it's not there, it hasn't come out yet. It will be out soon though, after this video is uploaded, probably like a day or something like that. I'll probably do them like every few days. So again, thank you guys all for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Goodbye.